His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
School in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No. And I suspect he feels...
007 First Light is a new action stealth game of this classic series. The game is being developed by the studio IO Interactive and is coming out in 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. After a heroic act, young naval air crewman James Bond is offered to join the newly revived 00 program. But when a mission to stop a rogue agent ends in tragedy, he must join forces with his reluctant mentor Greenway to expose a deep conspiracy and stop a looming coup at the heart of the state.
So you shouldn't have.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth.
Atomic Heart 2 is the sequel of a very interesting first-person shooter RPG game released some years ago. That was a very unique experience, with some problems, but still really fun. Its sequel is being developed by the studio Mundfish, and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. The Atomic Heart sequel brings you back to the retro-futuristic universe, full of new characters and dangers.
There is. Maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart 2.
The castle has been sighted again. The Church's orders are absolute. These human sacrifices must be stopped.
We will track the ethereal and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The Demon Lord himself will fall by our hand.
This mission will test the limits of your courage.
Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement is the new game of this excellent Metroidvania series, created by the creator of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The studio developing the game is Artplay, and it's confirmed to be released in 2026, with no specific date yet. But will be available on Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but a Nintendo Switch 2 version is probably going to be announced in the future. The story unfolds as a mysterious, ethereal castle under the control of Demon Lord Elias casts a shadow over the land, terrorizing citizens with its demonic forces. Really interesting for fans of old school games.
Riga Lancris!
With me! Cross!
Reaper! Tonight, we start our mission!
Stranger Than Heaven is the new game of the studio responsible for Like a Dragon series, a beloved and amazing series with beat-em-up and RPG games. The studio developing the game is Ryu Ga Gotoku, and for now, there's no release date announced, probably 2026, and the platforms are not confirmed to, but shall be released in all modern platforms. It'll be set in Japan in the year 1943, and for the fans of Yakuza games, this shall follow the same style, a deep story filled with good characters and insane dialogues.
Got a name?
Mako Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
さあな、俺が知りてえや。
The Sinking City 2 is the sequel of a game with the same name, released in 2019, a game that seemed insane, but ended up having some problems. But now the studio seems to have learned from these mistakes, and promises to do a greater game in all aspects. The studio is Frogwares, and the game is being developed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. We still don't know exactly when the game is coming out, but I believe we're still going to play it in 2025. The Sinking City 2 is a terrifying Lovecraftian journey, powered by Unreal Engine 5. Experience a heart-pounding survival horror in an insane story.
Voices. Screams drawing me in. Better use the pendulum. You're born, you grow up, you die, and... Is that all? No. It's a constant struggle between good and evil, light and dark, living and dead.
The Occultist is a new psychological horror game coming out in some moment of 2025. The release date is not confirmed yet, but it's planned to be released this year. The game is being developed by the studio Daylower and is confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. In The Occultist, paranormal investigator Alan Rebels travels to the mysterious island of Godstone to determine the cause of the sudden disappearance of his father. Even though he mentioned the island repeatedly over the decades, all that Alan really knows is that his father was born and spent his early years there.
Our limitations as human beings prevent us from really seeing what is there. But when suggestive becomes evident,
wisdom and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
The Witcher 4 is the sequel of the acclaimed The Witcher 3, But now, different of the previous games, the protagonist won't be Gerald anymore, but Ciri, one of the most important characters of the third game. It's being developed by the studio CD Projekt Red, the same studio of Cyberpunk and The Witcher, and is probably coming out in 2027, with luck 2026, to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The new game will be totally made in Unreal Engine 5. That's one of the best engines of the moment, with impressive graphics and insane possibilities. So if you like huge and massive RPG games, this is surely one of these.
Alright everyone, meet Kelpie!
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed.
Resident Evil Requiem is finally the new game of this huge survival horror series. It's going to be the 9th game of the main series, and promises to be an innovating experience not just for the series, but also for the survival horror subgenre. The story will be set in the same universe, but with new characters and a new perspective, but we'll need to wait to see more about it. It looks really good. The studio developing it is Capcom, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows in February 27th, 2026.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. Face the past. Grace.
Hey! Help!
Stay away from that!
Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy is a new game in the universe of a Plague Tale series, as Sophia journey to the Minotaur's Island, outsmart deadly foes, unravel ancient secrets, and confront a mythical creature at the heart of a devastating curse. A prequel to the other two games, and it's being developed by the studio Asobo Studio, and is coming out in 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows.
Ready for a bit of fun then? Killing Floor 3 is the next game of this beloved horror FPS series. The game is being developed by the studio Tripwire Interactive, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and the game was supposed to be released in March of 2025, but it was postponed, and now there's no release date yet, maybe still in 2025. The series is known for being extremely fun to play with friends. Yes, it's a sort of co-op game with a lot of personality. The graphics looks really good, looks immersive and fluid, and promises to be a great experience, with a lot of content, such as missions, weapons, enemies, and much more. Borderlands 4 is the next adventure of the beloved universe of Borderlands. The game is being developed by the studio Gearbox Software, and it'll be released on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Microsoft Windows, and the game got a release date already. That is September 12th, 2025. You probably know the series already, but if you don't, it's a looter-shooter series set in a first-person camera with a unique and charismatic graphic style, and it's always been a success since the first game in the series.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Beast of Reincarnation is a new Souls-like game being developed by the studio of Pokemon. Yes, Game Freak is working in a total new project. In post-apocalyptic Japan, humanity's last hope may rest with Emma and her loyal canine companion, Ku. The game is planned to be released in 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, and promises to be an immersive and stylish action RPG game, and looks really promising.
Fuji go Emma, お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Time. For some, it heals. It wounds.
Code Vein 2 is a new Souls-like game developed by the studio Bandai Namco, and it's planned to be released in some moment of 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. But a Switch 2 version is not far-fetched in my opinion. An epic adventure awaits, where you and your chosen partners explore a vast world, face fierce battles against powerful enemies, and uncover an epic story that transcends time. The sequel of a game released some years ago to please the players with its style and personality, and the sequel promises to be even better.
Or maybe the next. You'll find how to save us all.
The tracks lead this way.
Dying Light the Beast is a new action-adventure with horror game. If you know the series, you know what to expect, but it's a game set in a first-person style. You're in a place that's been struck by a zombie infestation. You must survive and fight them with all you've got, all types of weapons, vehicles, and more. The gameplay is really nice, with a fast movement style and insane parkour skills. The game is being developed by the studio Techland, and it's coming out in August 21st, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, and is a game that the fans of the first game should keep an eye out for.
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Do you like your cell, inmate? What kind of prison is this? A rare... We need you to retrieve it for study. Well done, folks. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days.
Luna Abyss is a single-player first-person shooter set in a futuristic world. The game is being developed by the studio Bonsai Collective, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but there's no release date. It's a fast-paced FPS with platforming challenges and a combat in the bullet hell style, with fast action moments and a fluid gameplay. In the game, we'll follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna, caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. So fans of fast-paced FPS games like Doom, this one looks promising.
Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being falls from the sky. The dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies within.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together.
Lost Soul Aside is a hack-and-slash game developed by a Chinese studio. The studio is Ulti-Zero Games, and the game is going to be released in May 30th, 2025. It's kind of close, and it'll be available on PlayStation 5 and Windows. Embark on an epic odyssey to save your younger sister and the whole of humanity from mysterious dimensional invaders from beyond the starlit skies. The gameplay is fast, fluid, and impressive. The game is inspired in the gameplay of Final Fantasy XV and Devil May Cry, and it looks really good, with nice visual effects and insane fights.
I see great... Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. Never wanted to be.
Jordan, tell me something good.
Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is the new game developed by the studio that created insane series like The Last of Us, Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, and more. The studio is Naughty Dog and is coming out probably in 2026 to PlayStation 5. So far we didn't see much about the game. What we know is that the game is being developed since 2020 and the graphics looks really good, what's usual of Naughty Dog. The game will be set in a futuristic and fanciful world. The gameplay wasn't announced yet, but in the trailer we see what could resemble a part of it, a sort of hack and slash or Souls-like style. What looks fun.
There, you're the boss. Thank you. Listen, kid.
Crimson Desert is an insane upcoming open-world RPG. The game is being developed by the studio Pearl Abyss, and it's coming out still in 2025, but with no specific date yet. But it's coming out to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and PC. This is one of those games that are even hard to believe that they're really good as they look. The graphics are insane. The world seems huge and massive, and is a game with a lot of features like glide, parkour, a nice combat style, dragon ride, and much more. And if it's as good as it looks, it'll be one of the best games of this year. Is a new first-person survival horror game. It looks too good to be real, but if it's as good as it looks, it'll be one of the best horror games of all time. It's being developed by the studio Team Cloud, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows with no release date yet. A realistic first-person action horror game that takes you into a dark fort overtaken by a mysterious entity. Unpredictable monsters, a visceral dismemberment system, and realistic physics create an atmosphere of relentless terror.
Joy of it, the freedom of it, to just take your life in your hands and soar. I think that's in us all, isn't it? At least that's what my dad taught me.
Directive 8020 is one more game in the style of Until Dawn, developed by the studio Supermassive Games, and is coming out on October 2nd, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows, but a Nintendo Switch 2 version is possible. Earth is dying and humanity is running out of time. 12 light years from home, Tau Ceti F offers a small sliver of hope. When the colony ship Cassiopeia crash lands on the planet, its crew soon realize they are far from being alone. In space, death takes many forms. So if you like this style of games, this one can be interesting. To be honest, these horror games, just until Dawn I really liked, but let's hope this one is good.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north. Still think you're the hunter?
Ghost of Yodi is the next game of the studio Sucker Punch Productions, the studio responsible for Ghost of Tsushima. And the new game is going to be the sequel, set over 300 years after the first game, and obviously, all the characters will be different, so I'm curious to see the game. It's coming out on October 2nd, 2025, and it will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive game, but in some moment will be released on Windows too, I'm sure. The first game was an extremely fun action-adventure game, with some RPG mechanics, and this one will be set in the same style. So if you like the game, and wants to see the sequel, it's coming in October.
One who is easily lost in the hunt.